I think what nursing has provided me is I'm always thinking about my patients first, which is why I read Profit Killer, because I'm like, oh, Brittany, you need that? Okay, you can just have that. That's fine. If that'll make you feel better, you just have that. So there is a motto that we say around here. It's always patients above profits. So I think our patients feel that too. When you come in, you're our friend, you're our family, and it's like, what do you need?
Hi, and welcome to Unlocking More with Brittany McWilliams. On today's episode, I am here with Jane. She's the founder of ReviveRx in Indianapolis. She is an FNP, BC, MSN, and FNP, and an aesthetic medicine wellness expert. Through ReviveRx, she is focused on personalized aesthetics and wellness services, emphasizing on skin, hormones, weight loss, and confidence-focused care. Hello, Jane, and welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you are very welcome. Hey, Jane, what inspired you to open the aesthetics and wellness clinic right here in Indianapolis?
Well, it kind of fell in my lap. I'm not sure if you know, but I was competing in the fitness industry, and that is a very regimented, strict, take your body to a point that it's not necessarily good to be at, low body fat, intense exercise. So through that, in 2010, I got really sick. And I went to my primary care and they couldn't figure out what was wrong, but I was really sick. I had gained 60 pounds in a week. I was holding fluid. All of my lab values were abnormal. So they sent me to rheumatology because they said, your body is attacking itself, but we can't figure out how or why. So I went to rheumatology and he said, I can't figure out what's wrong with you. Here's an antidepressant. So I'm not depressed. I had just shut my body down through that rigorous exercise and diet. So started reading, and it took me about 5 years to repair the damage that I had done through exercise and diet. And through that, started feeling better, looking better, more energy, to where some of the other girls in the fitness industry said, hey, I want to make sure I'm okay. Can you draw my blood? So in 2015, started Wellness Partners. And it was a mobile service. So I would go to ladies' houses and I would draw their blood, and then we would do a virtual call and I'd go over it. So after a couple years of that, so about 3 years of that, got so many women with abnormal blood work that sought further certifications and then established it as a more brick and mortar business, so no more virtual, because you can't grow going to people's houses. You can't. You can only do something like that. And I was still working full time as a nurse practitioner in the emergency room, so it was just too much. So the pivot also came because I got pregnant and had a baby in my 40s. So through correcting my own body's hormone imbalances and quieting my autoimmune into remission, got pregnant. So he kind of also forced me to shift gears or pivot. So in 2018, we changed our name from Wellness Partners to Revive Hydration Spa, because I wanted, again, to focus on wellness, but also give people back what they were missing, either through injections or IVs. So we're still not really doing a lot of medicine. But again, so many people started coming in with, can you be my primary, or can you take over my thyroid, or my hormones are, like you said, my hormones are abnormal, but now nobody can fix it. So then pivoted again. And so it just keeps pivoting and growing based on what the patients come to me needing services with. And so kind of has fallen into my lap. So a little bit of luck, a lot of hard work.
Yeah, I think you're a very hard worker.
But a lot of luck.
We all need a little luck, though.
A little luck. Yeah.
How do you think your background as a nurse practitioner shapes the way you run your business?
Oh, I don't think it does. I don't know what you think about that.
No, I like that answer.
So let's go back a little bit further. So I graduated from nursing school in 1999. So it gives you a little idea of my age, but went back to nurse practitioner school in 2007. So was practicing as a nurse for 8 years before I went back. And I went back because I wanted to know more. So not only did I want to just I followed the orders, right? So the physician wrote the orders and I followed the orders, but I wanted to know more of why. Why were we ordering this? So went back to school in 2007 to get my nurse practitioner, and then have always been inquisitive or always wanted to know more. And so I wanted to know how a nurse practitioner could own her own business. So it started with, I want to know more about diseases. I want to know why we order certain tests or why we're doing what we do. And then in school, wanted to know, well, how do you run a business? So I was at the University of Indianapolis, and they offered a dual program for a nurse practitioner and an MBA. So started out as a dual degree of nurse practitioner MBA. That was too hard. I was not married and I had 3 small children. That was too much. So took several MBA classes and about pulled my hair out. Business courses are so different than medicine. I thought I was going to die, and I cried a lot doing homework, and I thought I was going to die. Anyway, so dropped the MBA part and then graduated in 2012 with my nurse practitioner. So I like that they were very forward thinking, and nurse practitioners are the future of medicine and primary care. There's a huge drop in physicians wanting to take care of the total patient. They just want to specialize in either the heart or the brain or the skin. So it's pushed nurse practitioners to take care of the total body. So I don't think that being a nurse practitioner has prepared me at all. So I read a lot. So if you have some books you recommend, I'll take those. I just finished reading The Profit Killer.
I wish I could, and my books are just right over there. And I wish I could grab it because I'm drawing a blank of the name. I'm like, oh, everyone needs, especially business owners, or not even business owners. Someone is in, I guess, would sells or just wants to make a better life for themselves. Oh man, I wish I want to run over there, but I won't because I'm in pajama bottoms.
I will say what I think has made me a better business owner, right? So we have beat the statistics. See, I can't say statistics.
I can't say S.
So I have now owned this business for 11 years. So most businesses, there's usually a cutoff where they fall off. So, but I think what nursing has provided me is I'm always thinking about my patients first, which is why I read Profit Killer, because I'm like, oh, Brittany, you need that? Okay, you can just have that. That's fine. If that'll make you feel better, you just have that. So there is a motto that we say around here. It's always patients above profits. So I think our patients feel that too. When you come in, you're our friend, you're our family, and it's like, what do you need? Not like, I need to sell you this because I have a sales goal I need to hit.
Jane, I don't know if you remember our very first appointment together when I first walked in there. It's got to be at least probably around 5 years ago.
I remember you were very nervous.
So nervous. I had Jane and her so nervous. I had a late outbreak of acne as an adult, and as an adult I just picked out my skin. I was so insecure walking into the door. I was also one of that person. I was never going to get Botox. I was never going to do anything like that, and I walked in and immediately fell in love with the place. You guys were so caring, funny. I felt like it wasn't like the normal what people say a Botox place is.
Yeah.
Fell in love with you guys. You guys made me feel comfortable, and I think I recommend every family member, every friend I come across to come over to ReviveRx. You guys took such great care of me. I think now I'm a every 3-monther with you guys. And the more the better at this point. I walked in there. I was a little overweight, which I had already been treated kind of for polycystic. Thank God someone finally caught that. And a little bit before going into you guys, I had no idea why. My high school years, my skin was always beautiful, and I get into my mid-30s and bam, I have acne, and now I have acne scars. So my experience with you guys, I came in there, you recommended a little bit of Botox because I was like, I want some movement. And then you also recommended, hey, there's a treatment that you can do to start lightening those scars. So that's exactly what I did, and now I'm hooked. I'm hooked on you guys because you didn't make me overdo it. Like, you recommended a lot less that was still going to make me look natural throughout the process, but that's out the window now. I say go all frozen. Look at me. I got too many wrinkles right now, Jane. I think I'm coming in this month for that.
So I think that the trend has also changed. So we've always been natural, and all the staff here look like, do you do stuff? I mean, because we do. I mean, we look like we're our age. And I think that's okay. I think it's okay to have some wrinkling. I think it's okay to have some scars. I think that's shows a little bit of uniqueness. But the trend also changed. So I went to I can't remember if I was in a mask, but I went to a conference. It was my first time ever being exposed to Dr. Subio. So he's a plastic surgeon in Philadelphia. If you want to follow somebody that's hilarious, go to Instagram, follow Dr. Subio. He cusses, so I love that. And he just keeps it real. So he was presenting at this conference, and he's standing in front of hundreds of aesthetic practitioners. And he said, turn on the light. So he said, you all look ridiculous. He said, you're overfilled, you're overstuffed, you look ridiculous. Why are you doing that? So a young lady stood up in the back, and she said, that's because that's what my patients are asking for. It's what they're wanting. And he said, be the change. Tell them that that's not good. And they're coming to you because you're an expert. And so your patients are coming to you because they have a concern or they have an issue, and you're the expert. So you guide it. So kind of thinking that with natural, but then also, like you said, you had an acne problem. These are the solutions for acne or for acne scars. And then, so again, if we put your needs above anything else, then.
I mean, when I first walked into your guys' door, I knew nothing, and I still just know a tiny bit at this point. But like, just thinking back, you guys could have sold me on a shit ton of Botox, a shit ton of filler, all that stuff. But you did the bare minimum for me to get me to the place where I'm like, at this, I wouldn't cry in front of the mirror anymore. I wouldn't look at my scars and feel sad about myself. Yep. I wouldn't look at my permanent wrinkles on my forehead and be like, oh my God, where did time go? So most definitely a huge fan of ReviveRx out in Franklin Township.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, girl.
So yes. We started in Center Grove. So when we were Wellness Partners and then Revive Hydration, we were down in Center Grove. So I'm a Franklin Township resident, been a Franklin Township resident for over 20 years. And I was like, wait a minute. Well, we deserve these treatments too. Forget these Center Groves. Let's go to Franklin Township. And then it was just the spot that we're in. It was a hair salon, and they had just moved out because the new Kroger on Southport moved in and had some spots. So the hair salon moved out, and I was like, oh, look, there's a spot. Oh, let me move there. It's just like, again, luck. Things just keep, I guess I'm blessed because I've been through some really bad stuff in my life. And so I think it was my turn.
Yeah. Well, that kind of leads me to that next question I was going to ask you, Jane. As a local business owner, why do you think your clients love living and working in this area?
So I think Franklin Township, as of now, hopefully that doesn't change, or even just Indianapolis proper. It's a large city, right? What is 10th? 15th largest?
You might have me on that. I don't know. Honestly, I should have done some homework on that. Am I the realtor or are you the realtor?
So, I mean, out of all the cities in the country, we're definitely in the top 20 size, but it still feels small. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll meet someone at the store and they're like, oh, do you know Jim? And I'm like, oh my God, I know Jim. Or I haven't seen you in 10 years. And then like 5 different people. So it's a big city, but it feels small. And even if you go out a little bit further, maybe 5-10 minutes from here. So I went out to Greenfield a couple weeks ago, and everybody was so nice. Yeah. Like saying hi. So instead of keeping your head down and ignoring you, everybody was like, hi, how are you? Do you need help? Do you need anything? So Indianapolis, but Franklin Township, changing because it still was very rural. So when I moved here, a lot of fields, not a lot of houses. So huge growth.
It's one of the fastest growing townships in Indianapolis is
Yeah.
Franklin Township.
Huge growth. Had a teacher in from the junior high, and she said it is the largest junior high in the state.
Wow. That is insane.
That's a lot of babies over there. So, but that also says that's a lot of families moving in, right? So if that's the largest junior high in the state, then the people moving here are like, I like it here. I feel safe. This is a great place to raise my family. And I think we're also called a sleeper community too. Like if you drive through here at 9 o'clock at night, nothing's open.
Nothing.
You can't have cravings. Nothing's going to be open. Good luck. Everything's dark and closed, and there's no cars out.
On my side, the real estate side, number one, I love having Franklin Township listings, and I love buyers looking in Franklin Township. It's going to be cheaper than Fisher Carmel to live in, but it's still a fantastic school system, fantastic place to live. Crime rates are lower. So what a perfect place too for you to open your new business with the growing of Franklin Township.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think we were talking, a month or two ago that I saw a report that Franklin Township has 2 of the 5, household incomes and then household median cost. Yeah. So
I had all those statistics pulled up as I was going over our podcast, but at this point, I'm not even asking the questions off our podcast.
That's fine.
It's way better this way.
I looked over those ahead of time. I was like, what's she going to ask me? So I'm not like.
I mean, I'll stick to some of them, but most of them, I'm like, at this point, we'll just keep going. Nice. I love it. That's good. It's going to be my best show yet, Jane.
Nice. I love it. So what we do need though in Franklin Township are more businesses, hands down.
Well, that would most definitely lower our taxes down here, bring some more businesses in.
Yes. So I don't know if you heard, I don't know if this is true. I get a lot of gossip in these patient rooms. You
get a lot more than I get to hear. So let me hear some of it.
I get some juice. I'm like, so what's going on? What? So did you see? The other place to get juice is like the Franklin Township chat. I try not to be in there, but man, every once in a while I'm peeking to see what's happening.
When you need some good drama, peek in there. I'll refuse unless I'm doing an open house post or something on there. I refuse to even post anything on those because, boy, are people mean.
They're so mean. Oh my gosh, they're so mean. So there's this girl that I follow on TikTok because that's my guilty pleasure. And she makes soaps out of her house. Is
she kind of heavier side?
Yes.
I love her.
Oh my gosh. And she's just like, hey, everybody. And she's making her soaps. People have been so mean to her. I just saw a video yesterday. She has her camera over her now and no longer on her because she said people were making fun of her weight so much. And she was talking about how it was like she didn't want to show her face anymore, and they were talking about her body, and I was like, oh my gosh, so people are horrible. They're like little computer warriors, like
yeah,
not being mean. I felt so bad for her. I just saw that today or yesterday. I just feel so bad for her. But that's crazy. You've seen her videos too, so she's popular.
I love her. I love watching her cut her soaps.
Yeah,
and talking about the flavors.
She's like, get that. I'm like, dang, that's hard. But it's satisfying too, because you're like, oh, it just kind of like, it's smooth and she cuts through the.
Yes.
It's like those stupid videos where they eat and it's like all messy and sloppy.
Our TikTok For You page is the same.
Okay.
Jess looks at mine and she's like, your TikTok is disgusting. It's pointless. And I'm like, that's exactly what I want at the end of the day where I don't have to think.
Yes.
And I just watch.
I
watch people eat and I watch her cut soap.
Yep. But what I was going to say for businesses and the gossip, a police officer told me that the zoning just got approved for a Walmart in the township.
Nice. Do you know where the location might be on?
It's the big field at Franklin and Southport. So just east of the Kroger. So there's some again, I assume these houses are going to become available because it's like 4 or 5 houses right along Franklin Road there. So behind there's a huge field. That's supposedly where it's got approved. But every time I drive by, I'm like, I wonder if those houses are going to be for sale. I wonder if they're going to tear it down. I wonder if they're going to stay
I
there.
bet it's going to be eminent domain if Walmart.
Okay.
Possibility. I've seen that happen.
My brain doesn't stop. So I'm like, ooh, I wonder if one of those would be for sale. Oh,
well, now I have to check into it.
Can I put my business in there? Can we remodel that? Can I just be in front of the Walmart?
Yes.
In front of the Walmart.
You can do whatever you want. You're the most famous business out in Franklin Township. As far as I'm concerned, that's it. Jane's it. I talk to everybody. Hey, Brittany, who does your ReviveRx?
Oh, I doubt it.
What have been some of the biggest challenges and takeaways from building a small business in our community?
So I would say the biggest challenge that's just happened recently that hadn't really experienced and didn't know what to do with election. People's spending follows election. Did not know that. Never paid attention to that. Never studied economics or even politics. People do not spend the entire year of an election.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, so election 2015, we were new. So I wasn't impacted by that. Next election was COVID. Or 16, right? So I wasn't impacted. Then COVID. Well, everything was a crazy mess with COVID. And then, so this most recent, it's presidential election. So this one, whoa. A lot of businesses went under in the groups that I belong to. Luckily, I'm a saver. Like, I do not like to spend money. And so we were okay, but did not know that people at large do not spend money. So knowing those kind of things, again, there's no manual for this. And so you just kind of go with your gut a lot. Read and go with your gut. And
I love that. I call those people in my household that doesn't like to spend it as a tightwad.
Yes, I am a tightwad. Absolutely, 1000%. I've always been a saver, always. Like, I shouldn't tell you this, but I've already started, so I got to tell you, I'll wear my underwear till they have holes in their
holes in them.
Yes, until they got like and this is also gross, but I'm going to tell you anyway. My dog loves my underwear. And so between them being old and then the dog, every once in a while having a little snack, I need new underwear. And I'm like, ugh, I don't want to buy underwear. I'm like, girl, these things are like, I don't know. So the little 7-pack of Victoria's Secret's like $30. I'm over like, ooh, I don't want to get new underwear.
I know. You say that and I'm laughing because I live with one of those in my household. I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
Like your dog.
I hold him up. I'm like, I can see through these bad boys.
Oh, I thought you meant your dog that eats underwear.
Oh, well, they do all the above, the dogs. I have 3
socks,
of them. And
yeah, socks and underwear. And I'm like, ma'am, what?
And you speak of socks, and I shouldn't say this, but I know mine had started eating socks because when I pick up stuff in the yard before it gets mowed, I'm finding my whole Nike socks in the backyard.
Okay, next question. Do you wash it and keep it?
No, gosh, no. Heck no. I mean, it looks well preserved, though.
I might keep it. I don't know. No, I'm not that tight. I'm just kidding. But it's so crazy because, like, I need new underwear right now. I was just thinking that because my husband and I are going out of town in 2 weeks. And I'm like, I can't travel with these underwear. What if somebody sees them? So I know it's wrong, but then I don't want to spend it. But yet I'll drive a BMW.
Well, priorities.
Make that make sense.
I thought you drove a Mercedes. Do you drive a BMW? Are you a BMW?
So, yeah, I am a BMW now. My 2 previous cars were Mercedes. So, and then my car before that was an Infiniti. Infiniti was hands down my favorite. It was zoomy. It was cute. It was tight. I loved it. But I got rear-ended and horrible accident. Had to be backboarded and collared and all that. So since then I've had an SUV because people suck at driving and they make me nervous. But I switched from Mercedes to BMW because kind of goes back to having a service industry or patient focused. Mercedes is a pain in the ass to get any kind of work done, serviced, anything. They're only open 8 to 5. Well, ma'am, I'm busy. I can't get there 8 to 5. You have to call in to schedule. There's no online scheduling. You can't go on the weekend. They don't give you a loaner car. They won't pick you up. So I went to BMW and they're like, oh yeah, what do you need? We'll come get it. We'll give you a loaner. We'll keep it for days. We'll put it on a flatbed and come take it and bring it back. And I'm like, yes, I need all of that. Yep. So I switched to BMW because the customer service.
Customer service was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. After 2 Mercedes, I said,
I know
nope.
this is off. What color is it? Is it an SUV or is it a sedan?
No, I'm not going to tell you because you're going to say my personality is based on the color of my car. Because there's like the black SUV
SUV moms or the white?
white. Well, tell me the differences and then I might tell you.
I mean, oh, I'm gonna say it just because I'm a black SUV mom.
Okay.
I mean, way cooler.
No, isn't it supposed to be like an indicator of your personality?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I have my opinions on it.
Okay, I want to hear go.
I can't.
No, because then I might.
Because you're white. Because your last one was white, so that's cheating. I know.
My last one was black.
When we went and showed some houses out in Greenfield, you were driving a white one. I couldn't say anything about it.
That's probably my current car then.
But I thought it probably was.
Yeah, my current one is white.
And do you think you fit a black personality better than the white SUV?
I don't know the difference. I know they say there's a difference, but I don't know what the difference is.
You know what I think? I think you're a black SUV mom, even though you're driving a white one. Because here's my take on it. Because you just hear people say you're either a white or a black one SUV mom. I think white SUV moms are like the girl next door, cute, friendly, just nice. But then like a black one is that badass mom that's sexy.
Okay, I like that.
That's my take on it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm driving. I don't even care if I don't like the car color or not. I'm driving black.
So I do fit a black SUV mom. Like, oh man, in my 20s, I'd square up. I'd fight anybody. Yeah. May or may not have been arrested.
Jane, do we come from the same? Are we the same person? I don't even tell people that story. I've been arrested in Johnson County.
Have you? That's funny.
Yes.
I think I got expunged or expunged.
Me too. They didn't press charges.
Oh, nice. Nice. So funny little story where I said it's probably my time to come up. So my mom had a lot of mental health issues coming up. So I was kind of on my own a lot. And so I think that was part of it too. I didn't have enough guidance or parenting. So I'm out here like, what? But also she moved us to Brightwood. And so unfortunately that community
you kind of have to fend for yourself.
So don't take no shit. You hear me?
I mean, I still, after hearing that, we're probably going to have to do a trade-in on the SUV. At least the color.
No, so I went with white this time because hear me out. The older I get, the more I don't like messy and chaos. I assume there's something that with the menopause. So the black, I had to wash it. I was washing it like 2 or 3 times a week.
Girl, you got a Mike's car wash package.
No, I can't. No, because I have a panic attack trying to get that thing in neutral. They're like, neutral! And I'm like, I can't. And then it's like, drive, reverse. Like, neutral! No, I can't. I don't go to Mike's. I go to the sparkling. I'm like, here, you take it.
We're getting a new car wash right down the street that you just get on the conveyor belts and it just takes you through.
Do I have to put it on the conveyor belt?
But you don't have to. I don't think you have to. Maybe you can just keep your foot on the brake because I think the conveyor belt takes you just like straight through. No anxiety on that.
That's what happens with Mike's. If you keep your foot on the brake, the thingies.
Yeah, but it skips. Like that's on the track. Like this is going to be a belt that smoothly takes you through it.
Okay, I need that because they do.
It's right here at the Kroger.
Stress me out.
My grandparents got stuck because their car had where they could not take it out of neutral to get it in drive. So they had the car wash blocked for like an hour because they couldn't get their car into drive.
See, that makes me confused too. Because at the end, my car won't just do drive.
You have to put the brake on.
I'm not doing a car wash. So it was I'm serious. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I would get so anxious, sweaty, but I had to wash it because it was messy. This white car, I haven't washed that thing in months. You can't even tell.
I mean, white all the way. I mean, I drive a white sedan, black SUV, so I'm a mix of both. I'm not even going to be a hard time about it.
Yeah, but so Kopetsky, they're Franklin Township.
That's it. Kopetsky's.
They're
yes.
Franklin Township family.
Yeah, that's what we're getting by Kroger.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the next, because we might have just answered this. I don't know. What is your hidden gym or favorite local spot that you love to visit when you're not running the clinic?
So I
'Cause-
don't, well, not yet. It's a show. I think the people building it would be like, what's this lady doing? Why is she always here? No, it's not finished being built yet. But so every weekend, mostly, we eat at New Bethel Ordinary in Wanamaker. I like the pretzel bites, and that's a fan of my little man. So we like soak it in the cheese.
oh yeah.
Yep. So we eat there just about every weekend. I'm all about, I'd rather eat there than, I can't think of somewhere. I don't know, Texas Roadhouse or what else is close. I'd rather give money to New Bethel.
The local business.
Yeah. Yep.
It's one of our go-to spots as well out here in Franklin Township.
I think I've had everything on the menu.
I think I have too. And when I come in, golly, when they see me come to order a salad, they're like, they probably run from our table because it's so high maintenance.
Oh no, you're like, none of this?
Yes, it is. And I switched the type of, I only eat iceberg lettuce and not the romaine lettuce. I know it's not good.
There's like no nutrition in that.
I know. It's like I'm just drinking water, girl.
I need you to have better nutrition.
I will
As I
try.
say, did you get the pretzels with the cheese?
Look, lady, I just said I got the salad, but
I also like the new shop, Milk and Honey.
Are you a fan of their coffee? I'm not a coffee drinker, so man, I can't even like talk about like if they have fantastic coffee or not because I'm not a coffee drinker. I've been in there. The vibe is super cute.
Yeah, I think the vibe is super cute. I like that they are faith-based as well in a time where people are afraid to be faith-based and it's like them in your face. I think we're not, I don't know. Anyway, that is a whole nother podcast probably.
No, that is a whole nother podcast, but I'm glad you say that because at this point, you know, my background of my family here, but people always assume something from me and it's not. Religion is huge for me in our family, and I am never shy to talk about that. So you're absolutely right. I love that they're open about that.
Yeah, they're open, but they don't like push it in your face.
Push it.
Yeah, so I love that. So if you want to do it, you can. If you don't, then whatever. But so I like that too. And it's interesting too, because around the time when they opened, which the owner of that is also a Franklin Township resident, Starbucks made an announcement. So Starbucks was kind of struggling a little bit, and they said they were moving away from like sit down style, and they were moving to walk up because people didn't want that sit down anymore. I think it was really the money, but I don't know. So they made an announcement they were getting rid of their sit down and they were going to move into walk ups. At the same time that opened, Milk and Honey, and it was always full of people just sitting in there. And I was like, you had that wrong. So sorry. You're up here and not seeing what people really want, and they still want to be connected. They don't want to just be isolated in their homes, even though they act like it.
I know. I mean, my managing broker, I think he's over there daily. Sitting over there working.
I've seen him before, but I didn't want to be stalkerish, but I was going to go up to him and be like, hi.
I always say be stalkerish. And I've learned that I used to be this shy little kid when I was younger, hiding behind my mom's leg. And honestly, up until I got my real estate license, super, super shy person. And now I'm like, I don't know a stranger. I'll talk to you even if I might have seen like your Facebook page. And I've done this at like the My Board balls. And we're Facebook friends, so I'm thinking I'm still a person where I'm like, oh man, like if we're Facebook friends, I should at least go over and introduce myself to them in real life. And during the My Board ball, I started recognizing these faces, and my like brain is starting to work. I'm like, what is their name? I know their face. Where do I know them from? So I'm walking over to all these people, and Jess is like, how do you know all these people? I'm like, we're Facebook friends.
We are.
But a lot of people won't do that anymore. They won't come say hi if you're Facebook friends. I think you at least deserve a hi.
I'm very introverted.
Are you really?
Very. Like we went to, well, I had to do 2 events, and I've actually I have avoided going to an event because I was like, I can't go be around people I don't know.
Okay. The more you talk, the more things in common are, Jane, because I tell people that, and they just like when you just told me that, I'm like, no way, because you're so bubbly. But that is big groups scare the heck out of me.
Yeah.
Unless, and this is going to sound like I'm alcoholic, but I'm not. Unless I've been drinking, then I can tolerate being around a bunch of people I don't know. Otherwise, I am a nervous Nelly. I hide behind someone's leg. I feel like I convert right back to my childhood.
Can you do it if you have a wingman?
And no, I would still need alcohol.
Okay. I can do it.
I hate that I say I need alcohol because I don't need it, but it takes that edge where I'm not so nervous.
Yeah. It lowers inhibitions and
Yeah, I don't care what people think at that point.
I just listened to an interview this last weekend, though. So while you're talking about alcohol, so she is I believe her last name's Nicola. So she's a scientist that is studying Alzheimer's. And she said 0 amount of alcohol is good for the brain.
A 0 amount?
0.
Yeah, I got to stop mine.
Got to find something else.
Yeah, and I told you it's going to sound like I'm an alcoholic, but that's not, I'm telling you, I go to big events where I'm like, oh my gosh, I might need a drink like maybe 2 to 3 times a year.
Yeah.
But it takes the edge, but I don't need Alzheimer's.
It was a very interesting interview. It was 3 hours long. She's been on a couple things now that I've looked her up because I want to read more, and she's published 9 papers, I believe she said. So now I've started reading those papers, and that's what I do in my spare time because I'm a dork. But we were leaving, so we had to go to a wedding this weekend, and it was over an hour away. So we're listening there and back, and we had wine at the wedding. I was like, oh my god, now my Alzheimer's brain, I can't have wine.
Oh gosh, I always say like, oh, I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna do this or that, but in reality, probably in a year, maybe 3 to 6 times a year. So congratulations on that. Yeah. Alzheimer's, here we come.
Here we go. Yeah. Very interesting.
I'm going to ask you our next question.
Okay.
A huge part of your work focuses on helping people feel their best. What is the biggest misconception about aesthetic treatments?
I would say the biggest myth, if that's what you're asking around aesthetics, people think they'll look weird.
I thought that.
They'll think they'll look fake or they'll look weird, or their significant other, even if they're not worried about, the significant other will be like, ooh, don't do that. You're going to look weird. So somebody will say you look weird. I think that's the biggest myth. I also think the biggest myth is it's unaffordable.
You guys have your open house. Is it twice a year, Jane?
Yeah, we do a spring and a fall open house where we offer pretty large discounts.
I buy my Botox.
Yeah, for the year.
What is it? Between every 6 months, you guys do those open houses. So I'm good for 6 months. I go in there and buy it at a discount rate with you guys.
Yeah. We also offer financing through a third party. And so they can split it in payments where it's, I don't know, $50 a month as little as, and so most of us can find a extra $50. I mean, shoot, you go to Target and spend $300.
Yeah.
And
2 shirts.
And then you're like, oh, I've always said whoever the merchandiser, I think that's what they would be called, whoever sets up the store. So I assume that's the merchandiser. Whoever does that is amazing at their job. You don't even know you need something and you're like, well, I'm going to grab that.
Yeah, I'm bad at that. I didn't think I needed it until I seen it.
Yeah.
And then
I do online shopping for my groceries, so I don't buy like stupid crap like cookies and.
Oh, I wish I did that. Sometimes I get suckered. I try not to go to the grocery store, but sometimes I get suckered into going to the grocery store. I'm like, that's not my thing.
Don't do it. Because so sometimes, we're human. Sometimes we make bad choices just because the bad choices are easier. So I really try to keep as many bad choices away as possible.
Oh, yes, we do in my household for sure. I know that when my sisters come over and they're like, you have nothing to eat over here, and I'm opening my pantry, I'm like, I have everything to eat in here. What are you talking about? That's how I know that we healthier in my household is when my sisters are over and they're like, you have nothing to snack on. I'm like, actually, I do. I have all kinds of stuff, and you should try that protein bar, girl.
Oh, yeah. That's
no sugar added ones. Those protein bars, though, they get people that don't know what they're looking at for sure.
No. We're talking about these Built bars, which I've not done a dive into reading the label, but I have a lot of people that. Have you had that one?
I have Built.
Yeah. Do you like that one?
They're not bad. They're not too bad. I would say we buy them in our household, so they're sugar-wise, they're a little better than some.
Nice. I don't like any of those bars, but.
I know I end up liking them because that's what my sweet treat ends up being. But like I end up chewing so much on those protein bars that my jaw is cramping out the time I swallow one bite. Like, keep going and going.
Yeah.
Jane, how do you feel like you help clients overcome their insecurities to build genuine internal confidence?
Oh.
That's a deep one. I have my own story on that.
Well, you go ahead first because I don't know. I have to chew on that for a minute, like a Built Bar. So you go.
My story from walking into your guys's, I kind of talked about it earlier, is that I was still a little overweight walking into your office. I had all these wrinkles all of a sudden on my face, adult acne where I picked at it, and I all of a sudden have these scars that I never had to worry about in my life. Walking in there to you, almost, I feel like at some point I almost got teary-eyed, and I think I even told you at our first appointment, I was like, I don't cry in front of people, but here I find myself almost in tears trying to, explain how rough this is to look at myself in the mirror, put on my makeup, or feel pretty about myself anymore. And I can honestly say within like the past 5 years, I think, and I'll have to fact check that with Brianna when I get in there next, if it's been 5 years, but the growth and confidence that I've found back in myself going into my, 40s, when I started, in my mid 30s to you guys, is completely different. Like, I can look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, and I'll even ask my sisters, I'm like, hey, like, do you see my scars? And they're like, Brittany, like, they're almost gone now. Like, you guys did that for me. And that started back 5 years ago. So my confidence in myself is not 100% back to where it used to be, but like, I can feel pretty when I look in the mirror now.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love to hear that. Oh. I would say the biggest thing we can do to build confidence is just listen.
Mm-hmm.
Just listen.
I think that's what you did when I walked in there.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that our first meeting was recorded in that room.
Is that HIPAA? I don't know.
I don't care. It's me. I'm giving all consent.
So I don't remember specific details, but I just remember, you being so nervous and getting a little sweaty.
Oh, well, I know, like, now I go to everyone in your office because I trust everyone with my life in there. So Crystal is a big one I see a lot now, but I think I get ice packs on my chest every time I go in there because I'm like, oh, girl, I'm passing out. I'm passing out.
Oh, no.
I have so many of those round little coolers. It sets in my refrigerator at home because every time I'm over there, like, she's stuffing them down my bra and along my stomach to keep me from passing out in her chair.
Well, I guess we'll continue to buy those in packs of 500.
So. Yeah, because I have 500 in my refrigerator or freezer, my ice box.
I've had people say, I'm like, do you want an ice pack? They're like, no, I have 10 of those. I'm like, okay.
Well, I need them right then and there because I think Crystal sees it. She's like, just keep talking to me. I get Snow White and I'm like, my palms are dripping sweat. It's not even that it's hurting me. I have no idea where this huge phobia came in from, but it's there.
Yeah.
I get taken care. I haven't died.
Yeah. I think that a lot of the phobia comes from just like autonomic response of the fear of either unknown or could something happen, I guess. Like, your body's just like,
yeah, I turn into a pansy the older I get.
I'm a wimp. Oh my gosh, I'm a wimp. Anytime. So I'll go to the girls and I'm like, I need something done. So that's what I say. I need something. And they're like, what do you want? I'm like, something. And I just let the girls choose. But then I'm like, okay. So then we're like, we're going to do A, B, C. And I'm like, we're get going. And I stop at A. I'm like, that hurts.
See, at least when I'm in there, I'm like, just don't be a pansy, Brittany. Pain is temporary. Just get it done. That's when I get is it called the cannula, Jane, that they scrape for my scars under there?
Yeah.
Every time that one it doesn't even hurt, but I can feel the pressure.
That's called subsizing. So scar tissue is just on the surface. It actually makes like a little tunnel almost and connects to the underlying tissue. So you got to go in and break that up to release the scar, and then you can change the skin on top. But I've had that done, not subcision, but I've had cannula treatments done. And you do get kind of like, because you can feel it moving in there and you're like,
It's weird because what's happening. It doesn't. There's no pain involved, none whatsoever. But you know it's there.
It's happening.
Yes.
Yeah. So I had my neck done twice with that, And the whole time I'm like, is she going to stab my throat? Knowing that can't happen. So I'm like, are we done? So that's probably not a good example. I shouldn't tell that. I'm just kidding. I'm not scared of anything.
No, nothing
None of
hurts.
it hurts.
But pain is beauty, and that's all I have to say.
Yep. That's why we have demoed, or I don't know I think they call it demoed. I don't know, where they bring in equipment or they bring in something and we try it on each other before we buy it. And there's been a handful of things I'm like, nope, we're not doing that. Or I'll read the study and when they come in, I'm like, show me the study. Because they'll be like, it's the best. I'm like, show me your
Prove
study.
it to me then. Yeah.
Show me. They hate me. I don't want to talk shit about anybody, but there's a product out there that every time he comes in, I'm like, so how does this work? How does it? And he's like, well, I'll just have somebody from medical affairs call you. And I'm like, okay. And then no, they never do.
Done.
And done. So we don't carry that because I'm like, so how does this work?
Mm-hmm.
And we have 5 other things that do the same thing, but you guys say you did something completely different. Why do we need something different if the 5 other things are working?
Yep.
And then he can't answer it. And maybe he has a good answer. Maybe there is a good answer, but he can't tell me. And so we don't carry it because of that. Because
maybe we need a new salesman.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we just got a new one. She stopped in. Okay, I got to tell you this. So in this industry, laser reps are known to be very aggressive. But so Brianna's been on vacation this week. So we've all been, a small business. You have to wear multiple hats. But this week I was wearing a hat, a sweater, a jacket, and some boots because Brianna was gone. And so I'm coming out front because I needed to look something up that Brianna would normally do. But I still had a patient in the room. And so there was a rep sitting at the counter and she was like, are you Jane? Hi, Jane. And then she's like, la, la, la. And I'm like, I said, I'm so sorry. I have a patient in the room. And then she kept talking. Ma'am.
We don't need that.
We don't. So, and it was for the product that I've always been, show me. You have to have studies to get this cleared by the FDA. Show me your studies or talk me through your study. And then,
I mean, and that goes towards any, I think, sales. Like I know when I'm trying, because I have to sell myself for my job. So if I'm going to a listing appointment with no CMA, no comps, no net sheet, none of this things above, like why would I think that someone's going to choose me as a realtor? Like kind of same, like why they need to come with their facts before they get to place your profession.
Yeah.
Like that's your profession.
Yeah.
They should have that stuff prepared.
Have you ever had a crazy house where you're like, ooh, I don't know if I can sell this, but you took it anyway?
I have one right now. Not on the market. It's actually, I'll just say it's temporary off the market, but it's a rough one. And I knew it going along. Big red flags in my industry, if they've flown through 3 or 4 realtors already, it's a big red flag.
But gone through realtors because is it like a 90-day contract and it's term?
She wasn't a fan of the realtors that she had. And then, okay, that may be like, you might get a couple bad eggs, but if you're having more than 3 to 4 realtors and you're telling me all the same about all of them, maybe that's not the realtor at that point, you know?
In our world, if somebody comes to me and they're like, oh my God, I went to Susie and she did horrible. And then I went to Claire and Claire was even more like, as soon as somebody badmouths other injectors, I'm like,
a red flag. It's not the injector, it's the client.
Yeah.
Run. So, and I have such a soft spot too for older babies and old people get me every freaking time. So she's elderly, went late. I mean, just kind of later in life divorce that you would never think would happen. So like my sympathy hat is already on and running and she's been, I think I have a special spot for those people because she hasn't been like a nightmare. Actually, she's been super kind. But I think those other realtors just did their normal realtor job, which I try to put myself above that. So like I've held her hand. I mean, I've picked her up. I've been to her house multiple times. I mean, her house is temporary off the market. I've been over there just to kind of chit chat because I know she's lonely with her. So I think it just takes a special type of person. But then when it comes down to her house, I can remember my younger sister's in the hospital and she just delivered my newest nephew. and I'm on the phone with her and we get our first offer. And I think this offer is a beautiful offer. It's what I told her she should have listed her house for, and she went above what I recommended. So I'm like, no, we should take this. So we're in the negotiation of
Nice.
like trying to work out where she's happy and we can move on with this. Well, we end up getting it settled, but it was like a fight tooth and nail because some people think their house is worth a lot more than what in reality. Long story short, it ended up falling out of contract because there was so much that needed to be done. And I kind of had told her that prior to listing, but it's just some people they don't listen. I mean, I've never had a house where there's been raw sewage in a crawl space, so we're getting that issue fixed. So we're fixing all the stuff, but then I also had told her that we're going to have to list lower. Even though you did all this work, your house is still worth X, Y, and Z. So we're kind of in that battle right now. So it's just holding hands with a certain type of people, but most definitely I can see why there was so many realtors involved, just because sometimes those clients are special clients that just need a little extra holding their hand during the process.
Yep. But I smell that house. I smell it.
You smell?
I smell it from here. You said raw sewage in the crawl space, man.
Which, Jane, that's the weird thing about this. I mean, I've been in her house multiple times, and like my nose is like I pick up every little scent, and I can honestly tell you I've never smelled raw sewage until we had an inspection done over there, and they said it was leaking. That's the most wild thing I've ever experienced. Is that usually like I would smell, like you would think that you would smell that, like I know that smell, like I'm familiar with that smell, but only through houses, not because like I smell like shit or anything. But I know what raw sewage in it, because I've had that issue before in crawl spaces or sewer lines busting. So I know what that smells like, and I've never smelled that in her house. So it's kind of a shock to both of us. But we're gonna fix this. No more.
We're good. That's why I don't do potlucks.
You think it stinks like raw sewage?
No, potlucks, like where people bring in food from their house and you eat.
Oh, yes. No. Yes. No. Okay. No. I got it.
We're not doing that.
I don't eat from other people's houses either. It's a fun fact, unless I know you and I know you're a clean person.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Which the only people I hang out with is family, so I'm good.
I'm not doing that because you have 5 cats and they're all. So there's this thing, Cottage bakeries. Have you heard about this? They're popping up. You can sell baked goods out of your house and not have the health department inspect it.
Oh, okay. There's one off of Southport Road where she bakes out of her house, and they have that little farmhouse, little tent thing on the corner by the graveyard off Southport and Combs.
Oh, it's called the Bread Barn.
The Bread Barn, yeah. That's right out of her house.
Yeah. No, I don't know you.
Cut that out, guys. Can't have that.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that. But we support Cookies by Carrie. I love her. I trust that she doesn't have 10 cats and.
Hope not. I just don't eat nothing from my house. I just told you I had 3 dogs and 1 sheds.
I have dogs too, but.
I think I've seen a picture of your dog. You have a doodle. It doesn't even shed.
No, they don't. We have 3 doodles.
Yeah, they don't even shed, so that doesn't count. That's not.
They don't. They're crazy.
Bailey has 7 dogs, Jane, and they're all hyperallergenic, and they're tiny little yappy ones. So
I didn't know she had so many dogs. That's too many and a baby. That's too much.
Oh, I know.
That's too much. So.
I'm gonna go to our next question because I'm gonna piss my pants in our interview.
So next time, we're going to sweatpants. How about then you take it up a notch and it's sweatpants and a Depends?
Yes, lady. It's going to happen.
Okay, next question.
Okay.
Hi.
Jane, what is the most rewarding part of watching someone step in their own power and reclaim their health?
So always as a healer, right? So I'm a nurse first and always. I love seeing people get healthier. And then you can see it. You can almost feel it when they feel good and they're confident, but their health is better. So almost every visit I have, and I apologize to my patients sometimes because I read studies in my spare time.
You are so exciting.
so much fun at parties. I'm like, did you read the paper on hypertension and its impact on no. So yeah, I love to be able to share because you guys don't sit around and read that stuff. So I love to be able to share what I'm reading and what's coming, and then to see people actually do it and then feel better. That is the best gift because I'm a healer first, and so if people are healed, then I love it. So, for example, I just saw her yesterday, so she's on my mind. Had a bodybuilder come in. She's been competing for 4 years. Just got her pro card, so she's going to do her first pro show this year. She lost her periods after this last show, and they never came back. They're back now.
You got them back?
She got them back. But so through, like, we tweaked some things, and through kind of resetting her brain and her body, it came back, and she is so excited about her periods.
Well, that is exciting. Well, my sister is one of your clients, and she was, I think you guys, and maybe I'm wrong, but did you guys compete around the same times, you and Brooke?
I think we did. And I feel like I told her before that I remember her from either the Indianapolis show or Indiana show. So I competed so I was 19 until 32. So I don't know what year I was born. So what's the math on it?
I don't know. I'm not a math wizard. That's why I have blenders.
So I feel like 2000, it was like early 2000s. I think I did my last show 2010, and that was the one that I bombed and my body shut down. But so
yeah, I think Brooke was around like 2008 and before, I think. So most definitely. But like with her too, coming in as your client, Brooke, it's no secret, bodybuilders might use substance to make themselves look harder, more lean, but she came in overweight to you, and my sister girl is a tiny little nugget again.
Well, she's a tiny nugget too, because she's like 4'10".
Yeah, she's tiny.
When you say little nugget, yeah,
she really is a nug.
I will say, so I feel like what I can offer to that community is what I encountered is I went to the doctor and they didn't understand the extremes and maybe some of the supplements that were involved. And so like the young lady that just got her pro card that came here, she was doing clenbuterol to lose weight. And I was like, that just sent your system all crazy. But I knew to ask for that because I knew that's in that world. She didn't offer that information. I was like, all right, what else did you take? Did you do this or this? And so I think I can offer that community a little extra mix of the medicine and that. But you hear every year a bodybuilder drops dead in their 30s.
I can see why. I mean, me personally didn't do it, but I watched my sister, so I know what your guys' regimen looked like. And my God, like how can anyone sustain that? And on top of enhancements that you might use, I can.
Enhancements. So I feel like this is public knowledge. And she's not my patient, so I feel like it's just public knowledge. But we have a professional bodybuilder in town who was doing the Olympia. And before she was to go on stage, she said she was laying on the bathroom floor crying. She was cramping so bad. But she went on the Olympia stage, and I feel like she may have gotten second or maybe even one. I don't know. I have to look that up. But she placed really well, but at what
cost?
Yeah. Anyway, bodybuilding, I've had a lot of people say, what do you think about it? And I'm like, I'm not a fan. If you want to do it, great, but not a fan.
I mean,
knowing what I know now, not a fan.
Brooke had an eating disorder. I mean, I when she was doing it, I was like the most proud because like someone's dedication, and even if you're on enhancements, it's still the dedication and work and time that you put into making your body a living sculpture. But to see the other side of it, once you have that first donut after your show and that your body gains weight like that overnight, I mean, she developed that eating disorder, and she was in the hospital for, I think, like over 60 days just because she couldn't mentally take seeing someone so lean and so sculpted into someone that's just the normal walking person around.
Yeah.
The mind tricks that was played on her for that. So I think it's good and bad. I think it's amazing that people have that willpower to do that, but I think it's also poison.
Yeah. So women especially, right? Because there's so much pressure on us just in general by society. Like the Ozempic trend right now in the celebrities, it's these poor young kids seeing this. It's not
Mm-hmm.
I feel for these young girls watching this stuff, but yeah. I try to keep that in mind too with my weight loss patients. So 51-ish, depends on what month, but 51% of our practice is wellness and hormones, weight loss. And I try to tell everyone, let's set a goal weight, but let's not focus on the weight. What can we do to make you healthier?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way we can improve your nutrition? Is there a way we can get you moving more with less pain? Like, what can we do to make your body healthier? What can we do to prevent Alzheimer's or at least reduce
Don't
it?
drink, I found out.
No, no amount of alcohol is safe for your brain. Thank you,
None.
Dr. Nicola.
None. Out. No
Yeah.
alcohol. Got it.
No amount of alcohol. So yeah, I try to, yeah. Because even here, I can get the vibe from people when they're like, I'm like, are you tracking calories? No. And you can just tell when people are like, and you can become obsessive with it. So I'm like, all right, well, what can we do to make your diet better then?
Yeah.
Calories aside, what can we do? Yeah.
I think I get to the, there is no secrets on this podcast with myself. So I've been on medication for years now to keep my weight at bay, but I work out 5 days a week. I mean, I've showed you my macro calendar. It's over 1,000+ days now. So it's not that I don't. I remember when we kind of came off of my weight loss supplement or Ozempic or whatever. I don't know which one I'm on, but the weight gain was like that and I changed nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I remember coming into you, I think it was maybe over a month that my insurance wouldn't cover it. And I'm like, what the heck? Like I'm still walking, my 3 miles. I'm still tracking. Here's all my macros, you can go look at all my macros over the past, however many years at that point, whatever 1,000+ days is.
Yeah.
And it just weight would come on. So that's something I think I'll just be on. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I'll ask you at another appointment why that happens to me.
We've talked about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we have, but gosh, it's been so long that I haven't had to not have it, but it is a struggle. What is it? Polycystic, Jane?
Yep.
PCOS I struggle girls, with. Yes.
PCOS girls have insulin resistance. So the body just is not efficient at using glucose and insulin and driving it into the cells and using it for energy. And it's not good at it. So you need a little help.
I'm that girl that needs help. When I tell people that, they're always shocked. You're on that. Like, you work out so hard. You do all your cardio. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, as soon as I'm off of it, I mean, I feel like it's overnight to like 15+ pounds. It'd come on me like that. Like, for no reason, I feel like.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, that's what I think too, girl. Jane, how do you think the wellness industry evolving for local patients over the next few years?
So I'm really excited for the future. I think people are demanding more. I think medicine currently is very reactive. And what I mean by that is, oh, you have high blood pressure, here's your blood pressure medicine, instead of, ooh, okay, what can we do to prevent you from having high blood pressure? Probably a bad example, but I think though, because people are wanting more and they want to be healthier, we're demanding, changes to our food and our products. And I think it's moving towards the direction. What I'm fearful of are non-licensed, non-trained people providing medical advice through social media or what have you. And there's a huge trend for that. I would say every day where I'm scrolling through my TikTok, there's somebody selling a GLP-1 and their name's Nancy and they work at Kroger. I don't know, like, ma'am, Nancy, when we give a medical license, same with the peptides. Tons of people locally, nationally, like, take this. And I'm like, what are the long-term impacts of that. I think NAD is the biggest. I don't know. I try to talk everybody out of NAD, and everybody is pushing it. Even the wellness clinics are following trends instead of science, and so that part scares me. I love that we want more and we're expecting more, but it also scares me because are we trusting the right people and the right information?
Well, I guess this might go right to what you just said. If you could give one piece of advice for someone who is feeling burnt out and wants to prioritize themselves today, what would it be?
Like,
You want me to
I'm
say it
burnt out?
again, Jane?
Am I burnt out? Are you burnt out? Or a patient burnt out? Who's burnt?
Yeah, if you could give one piece of advice to anyone who
If
is
you're burnt
feeling,
out?
yeah, if you're feeling
Yeah.
burnt out.
So usually burnout is, if we want to go to the science part of it, because that's the way my dorky little brain works, there's an imbalance between the brain and the rest of the body. If you're burnt out and you usually say out loud, I just can't do this anymore. I just don't want to do it anymore. There's an imbalance, HPA axis dysfunction, like the things are not communicating well. So anytime somebody comes to me and you can just tell they're burnt out or tell they're overwhelmed, tell they're stressed, first thing I say is sleep. Sleep. You've got to prioritize your sleep. You got to give yourself a bedtime. You got to go to bed and wake up at the same time. You've got to, like, I have grown people and they're like, oh, I went to bed at 2. And I'm like, what do you do? And they're like, I was watching TV. No, we can't do that.
Turn that TV off.
You don't let your kids stay up till 2 and they have school the next day. Well, I don't know. Maybe you do, but you got to give yourself bedtime. So if you're burnt out, prioritize sleep.
I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
But also I feel like some people will be like, oh, I'm burnt out, but you haven't even started, like, oh, I haven't done it.
Woo, I'm burnt out for my day.
I'm burnt out. I can't even get started today. But I hear people say that because, like, over the years, just being consistent work-out, like if it's whether on my brokerage or just friends are like, oh, I'm going to come work out with you. Yeah, I I work out about the same time every single morning. That's how I start my day off. And I will prioritize that over anything. I don't care. Like, that is my time. And in my industry I think it's important for us to have like our time. So my AM time is my time. I do not mess with it at all. I give myself from about 8 to 10. And I feel like anything else, 10 to whatever time it may be at evening is someone else's time. But I'm like, yeah, come over and start doing it. Let's do it. And I hear like, we're into I have someone that wants to come over sometimes for different workouts, like different, like to go over different body parts. I'm like, oh yeah, come over during that time. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I didn't feel like, or I didn't do this. But like, you have to, also people's got to create habits, which I heard, and you might be able to tell me otherwise, but I heard habits take at least 21 days to create a healthy habit. And during those 21 days, you are going to have that inner battle with yourself. It says, oh, we don't have to do this today. We can do it tomorrow. But, fight that urge to just do it.
Yeah. I've heard that before. I don't know if that's true, but I've heard that too.
21 days.
Yeah.
I think it's true. And now, like with myself, there's so many days, and with your sleep, what you were talking about, I think that's pinpointed. Like if I decide, I stayed up a little later to watch a movie and my alarm set for a certain time for me to get up to get my morning workout done and get started. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, I don't have to do that. But now that I have that habit in my head, like I'm like, get your lazy ass up and do it. And I know this sounds so terrible, but my mind straight goes to, do you want to be a fat ass? Like, get up and do it. That's what it says. That's what gets me up and gets me motivated. Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Don't be lazy. Give yourself even if I don't do a full workout or whatever, which I say that, but I always do a full workout. But even if an hour a day is, what is that to someone? Just get up and do it.
What I hear you saying is just putting yourself first. So a lot of people put everyone else first, and then you're going to get burnt out. There's a saying about filling your cup and then others' cups, and then everybody's cup's good because your cup and then their cup and all the cups. What's that saying?
I don't know, but I know that saying, what you're talking about.
I
fill my cup first anymore, and I learned that the older I got. I work better. I can help others better if I have myself taken care of in the morning.
Yeah, I love it.
Me too, girl.
You're a good example for everybody else. I've said
Yes.
before, I'm like, can you come talk to the rest of my patients? That'd be great. So you should do like a little seminar.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. I'll be your wingman so you can talk in front of people.
Yeah, you
Or
can
you
be
can
my
drink
wingman.
first. I guess no, we have to figure something else out besides alcohol.
We're not allowed to do alcohol. That's Alzheimer's, and that already is genetic in my. Thank you
Me
for
too.
me being worried. It's
Ooh,
genetically
that's
in
what-
there. My granny passed away with Alzheimer's.
It's the worst out of everything. I've said diabetes because it's everything you do. It's every 24 hours, 7 days a week. And then Alzheimer's.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad to watch someone lose who
Yeah.
they are over time.
Yeah.
Awful disease.
Yeah, I agree.
Jane, this has been absolutely fantastic.
Sorry we ran over.
Oh, there's no time limit on it. That's the beauty, and it's mine. It's my podcast. I do what I want.
That's what she said. No. That's that
Jane,
black SUV talking. I do what I want.
That's you are. You need a black SUV. It's still in you.
Don't
It's not
mind
even
my-
that. It's not that it's the drama. I don't see it as drama. My thing is on it. You are the boss. That's a boss ladies color SUV, and you are the boss.
If I get a black SUV though, now I got to get it like tinted out, and then you got to get the rims.
Your
and then
license plate's going to say the boss.
Duh.
And the black plate now that we have.
My husband's got a black plate. I was like, "Oh, how'd you get that? I want a black plate. That's
$40 out of the BMV. Oh. It's all yours.
Okay. For the low cost of $40.
$40 is all yours. I just bought one myself.
I think mine's still the old school, like "In God We Trust." That's.
I didn't, of course, I didn't buy that black plate for my black Jeep. It was a black plate for my son's vehicle. I'm in there and I'm looking at the plates. I'm like, oh yeah, that black plate, that would look good on his car. So it's not even mine.
Nice. Here's $40.
Here's 40. Can you send me that plate for him? It'd be cute.
He's so awesome. He's such an awesome kid.
He is. He's 18 now. I can't believe I'm a mother to an 18-year-old. So
he's an awesome man. Excuse me. Don't tell him I said that.
No, I love that. He is a social butterfly. He has been the complete opposite of myself. He is he's been in there and talk your ear off.
Oh, politics. Bro knows some politics.
Oh my God. I have to tell him some places, I'm like, people don't want your opinion. And you're going to have to make my black SUV mom come out if people start saying stuff.
Oh no.
He's rotten, but I love him. He is a good boy. You got to keep him in line though. That's the thing. Like some people just don't keep their kids in line. Like,
yeah.
He's like, man, why are you so strict? I don't care. There's drug tests involved in my house, nicotine tests. Like, I'm not raising a hoodlum.
Yeah.
Keep them in line.
In a hoodlum. Yeah. We do our best as mommies.
Yes. Well, it's almost Mother's Day. So, and
Happy Mother's Day.
We almost forgot to Happy Mother's Day, Jane. We almost forgot it's Nurses Appreciation Week.
Yes.
And here we are on our podcast, appreciating you, who's a nurse practitioner. You got all those fancy titles under those initials behind your name. You're a fancy girl.
So they just give us a lot of money.
You fancy girl. So you have all those fancy titles. So happy Nurse Week. Happy Mother's Day. You're Army veteran, woman-owned business. Not Army, sorry, Navy veteran, and woman-owned business. Come on.
Yeah.
You're a legend. You're a legend here in Franklin Township.
The Franklin Township legend.
Yes.
That's what I on my license plate.
Legend.
Yeah. That's funny.
Jane, tell all these fantastic people out here listening where they can find you.
Locally, we are located at 5650 South Franklin Road, so just north of Franklin Central High School. Online, you can find us at revive.rx on the Instagram and TikTok. We need to be better about the TikToks because those are so fun to make.
I love your guys' social media page. I'm a fan. I might just be a fan of all of you. A big fan. I swear I'm not a stalker. I'm just a fan.
That's awesome. You're like... peeking through my window.
Oh, it's Thursday. They're not open. Let me just check.
And then our website is reviverxwellness.com.
Fantastic.
Well, thanks
Jane,
for having
I appreciate you being on here today with me. That's a wrap on today's episode of Unlocking More with Brittany McWilliams. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and follow so you never miss an episode. Join the conversation on social media, and we'll see you next time for more expert advice, local insight, and indie love. I'm Brittany McWilliams with Daniels Real Estate, and I look forward to helping you make your next move your best move.